I remember. Oh, sorry, we're going now.
We good?
Anyways, I remember seeing Clarky last night.
Yeah.
And he walked in, and he had that dumb look on his face, like, "Whoa, where is everyone?" And then I rushed up to him, like, "Clarky, what's going on?" And then his big open arms, "Belly, what's going on, buddy?"
Oh, he's excited.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought he just streamlined straight to the stage to come say what's up to me.
Did he?
Yeah.
Oh, well, I saw
when he was coming. I wasn't sure who it was. Like, he was getting close, and I still didn't know who it was. And then I was like, "Oh my god, that's Clarky." Yeah, I fired up.
Who else was? Fuji came in.
Fuji, yeah.
By the time Fuji got there was probably like 100 people, and he probably said hi to 100 people in the matter of 5 minutes, maybe. Yeah. He's an expert at going.
In 10 minutes, he probably had a tray of Jager bombs.
Oh yeah, probably. I remember I saw him go up to you, like you just finished a performance, and he was like, "Hey, you need a drink?" And I think you said yes, and then I saw him beeline it right to the bar.
At first, I was a couple songs in.
Yeah.
And people just kept, like, he brought one up, and I think MacArthur brought one up, Mucker brought one up, my brother brought one up. So I looked down at my feet, and, like, at the front of the stage, they were lined up. I had 6 bottles of beer. Everyone was kind of half drank.
Yeah.
Because I wasn't, like, looking, like, oh, which one am I drinking? I was just randomly reaching down and grab, but everyone just kept putting them there. So there's just, like, the whole front of the stage. It was hilarious. No, it was cool. It was like I said, it was like a reunion, man. Super cool, yeah.
I was honestly on the fence of coming because I wanted to be prepared. I thought we were going to do it early, but the fact that I came, it was just like everyone.
Cool.
And it's a great, like, networking thing for me, man. All hockey guys there. And there's I got the fact, I was talking to Troy, he's coming on now. I'm getting Johnny and Brad coming on now.
Yeah, perfect. But it was cool, even like when you looked out, like, it's funny, I see the table, like the old junior boys, like I saw Troy, Clarky, Danielle, Johnny, and them boys were sitting at the table.
Yeah.
And then behind them, like a crew, like my boys from Cape Breton were sitting behind them, like my parents were back there with them.
Oh, your parents were there?
Yeah, they rolled up, and like my dad's best buddy who lives up here was there.
Yeah.
And then I looked over, and the next table over, it was like all the Molson crew, and the crew like who I linked up with like in my Molson days, so they were all right there.
Yeah.
And then like my brother and like all them boys were just over on the other, so it was just like, it was really cool. There's so many different groups.
I bet you were just getting pulled everywhere after you performed. I bet you just wanted to see everyone. But
I know, it's so hard. That's the worst, is like you can't, even like I sent a couple of messages out today.
Yeah.
So like, man, thanks for showing up last night. Like, super good to see you. Like, I wish I could have chatted long.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's the hard part, is you don't really get to hang out with them.
Yeah.
Like even like Troy, like I would love to sit down and chat with Troy again.
Yeah, he's the same. Nothing's changed.
What was the joke? Oh, I had Clarky in the bathroom.
Yeah.
When I was in the bathroom before my last set.
Yeah.
He looks, he's like, man, this is hospital. You know Clarky, just high energy, super fired up.
Yeah.
And I looked at him and I was sweating. He goes, Clarky, man, I'm sweating more right now than I did in my 3 years junior combined. And then he ran out and told Troy that.
Why is he sweating?
No, I was.
Oh, you? Okay, sorry.
I didn't sweat this much in junior for 3 years, man.
Yeah.
And then he ran out and like cried, laughing, and like went and told Troy. Troy was like, "You're probably right."
Jesus.
Yeah, true.
I remember when we used to warm up in junior hockey, because you were on the Lions before I got there. I think the first year, and I came in, and you're the Cape Bretoner. Everyone loves you. You're just easy going. You want Papi. I don't think Papi didn't like me first year.
No, he hated you.
He hated me.
He hated you.
And he even told that to me, which I respect him so much more for telling me.
He wouldn't hide it. He's gonna tell you.
And I remember
he doesn't care.
We'll get. I want to talk about Papi too. I haven't.
Oh, we will.
Anyways. And then I remember we're stretching, and the whole team's, I'm kind of nervous, right? I'm just like, oh, okay, we're stretching. There's a routine. And then I look over at you, and you're just kind of leaning against the wall, not really doing anything. And I never asked you why, but then I remember halfway through the season, I remember talking to you, and you're just like, I don't know why everyone stretches. I don't get it. I still play the same. And I was just, for some reason, that stuck with me. Yeah. It's like, I never stretch. I don't get it.
Yeah, now I'm 28.
Yeah, now you get it.
They're messed up, and I understand why people stretch now. Like, man, I think about it all the time. Like, well, yesterday, like when I drove up here, like 4.5 hours in the car.
Yeah.
And I got out of the car and I had to stretch my hips out. I'm like, oh, that's why guys were stretching before.
Yeah, now you get it.
Now I get it. Yeah.
So what's Papi up to?
Where do you think Papi is?
Fishing, lobster, 100%. Trapping, making Papi good money.
Papi finishes his degree in school.
Yeah.
Straight onto a boat. But yeah, killing it, man. Like he goes down Sambro with a crew.
Oh yeah.
So he does that like year round. He does like bluefin tuna, halibut. Year round, like crazy, like deep, like deadliest catch stuff, like straight up, like they go out for like a month at a time, come in for a couple days, go back out for like a month. Crazy,
a month,
crazy. He's like, it's insane. But now he also has his own, like he goes home, like he grew up lobster fishing, right, with his dad.
Oh, okay.
So now he has his own boat and license down in the Cape.
Okay.
So he takes his vacation from like this boat that they go out for like
Yeah.
a month, and his vacation is lobster fishing in Cape Breton.
That's his getaway.
That's his time off, because he gets to go home and sleep in his bed every night. Like he sleeps on the boat for like months at a time, right?
That's
But
a different breed of a person. I
it's
couldn't
crazy.
relate.
But he loves it, man. Like,
Does he?
Right? Like, oh man, like.
Well, I guess he loves his paychecks.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
Sure.
Jesus.
No, when we were in Halifax, when we were like at St. Mary's, man, he used to drive down to the harbor.
Yeah. No.
Like before class, like go drive down to St. Bro a half hour just to go like check out the boats and then drive back. He just like, that's his thing, right? Same as yeah, I guess everyone has something.
Did you ever go with him on these drives?
One time I went and I went and unloaded the boat in St. Bro.
What were they unloading?
Swordfish.
Okay.
Insane. They're like 500 pounds each. So like you had to hook them.
Yeah.
And then by the end I was so bad at it, like all the other guys, you're in like this little hole, like you can't stand up straight, so your back's killing you. You're down there for like a couple of hours. By the end I was so bad at doing it that literally like the crane, like you rope them and then the crane lifts them up out of the boat.
Yeah.
So by the end I was just a guy putting the rope around them and the crane lifted them up. And the other guys are just like ripping them around everywhere. I was just like, I'm not cut out for this.
All I'm thinking of right now is Deadliest Catch and just the shit that they have to go through.
Yeah, it's insane. Yeah.
You ever?
It's crazy. He does it all the time, man. It's nuts.
Does he have his own boat?
Not that boat, but he has his own lobster boat.
Deadly.
Yeah.
So, Papi, if you're listening,
Yeah.
I miss you, buddy. All right, let's talk about you. That's what we're here for. That's what everyone wants to know. You're an interesting individual. Everyone loves you. You got a great hobby with, the fact that you can turn a hobby into a career is something I think everyone drives to do.
I wouldn't say career.
Well, whatever. One day, this isn't a career, but one day I want it to be a career.
Yeah, for sure.
Think of it as a career and it could happen.
Yeah, same idea.
So, yeah, well, I want to talk about hockey later, but let's talk about this right now. So how did it come about? Was there like a certain artist that you watched when you were younger and then you're like, hey, wait a second, I could do that? Or did it start around a campfire? What started you in this?
Like at the very, very start?
Very start. Like, how old?
It's funny, like I've been doing this like since I was grade 7 or 8, I think. And
8 years old.
No, grade 7.
Oh, sorry.
Grade 7,
okay.
right? Yeah. And like just kind of always been doing it. Just like when I came up here, like no one really knew that I was.
I was gonna say I never knew.
Yeah, it was really strange, but like I always was, like my roommates knew I was, but I was just always in the bedroom, like just what I do. Like I go in the bedroom, I'll go in there for 3 hours, man. Like even when we were playing junior, like I'd come home and just go in the room and play.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, like always. But my cousin was in a band growing up. They were called like Mr. Crow's Garden, Cape Breton, but they had a like top 99 in Cape Breton back in the day. Their song broke the record for like being #1 for the longest span.
Okay.
And they were still in high school. I didn't realize that until recently. I asked them this year. I was like, man, how old were you guys when that happened?
Yeah.
It's like, man, we were in grade 12. Like, so their song was #1 on the radio.
Yeah.
And I was like, man, that must be the coolest feeling, like driving up to school.
Your song
and
on the
your
radio.
song's #1 on the radio for like the long, like broke the record for the like being #1 for the longest. But anyway, he was always the guy pushing me. He's like, man, like I'm telling you, learn, come learn. Like he was doing, like he took me to do lessons.
Yeah.
But he was like pushing me to do it. He's like, man, I'm telling you, like, just come. And he's a cool guy. I was like 100%. Man.
What's his name?
Chris O'Keefe.
I don't know.
Yeah, Glace Bay guy, but so he like got me started, and it's cool because growing up, like when you go over his place, his dad used to own a recording studio
in Cape Breton.
Yeah. So he has like some CDs out, like some really folky CDs. And, like he was doing like a lot of like Gordy Sampson's early stuff.
Okay.
And all that. So they were like just, I remember being really small and like family parties, like New Year's family gatherings, like there'd be these guys like just music, fiddles, guitars, like this Cape Breton thing, right? And like didn't know, but like my dad like recently told me in the book, like, oh yeah, like Gordy Sampson was there sometimes. Like like when he was starting, like so just like stuff like that. Like I just remember that at a real young age, and then Chris kind of brought me into it. So I was playing for a long time.
Oddly enough, don't get me wrong, I had a great time last night listening to you, but listening to a guitar around a fireplace on like a camping trip or something is probably one of my one of the most favorite things to do.
Yeah, it's
like if the person's good, like if someone comes out and not the best, but like if someone's really
There's
good,
a lot of that,
because there's tons of people that are too nervous to get up on stage and they'll practice around friends.
For sure, yeah.
Don't get me wrong, all the best to you, but like some of the best memories of listening to someone play the guitar was around a fire growing up.
And that's like how I like, even after you learn, like that's how you start. Like you're just hanging around a fire and like a couple like parties with your buddies and you play, but nothing crazy. Like I was always doing that, like growing up, like all through high school and stuff. Like I was always had my guitar out, like if the boys were around, whatever like that. But always campfires.
You should have brought it like on the road trip or something when we played junior.
I think I did one time.
That would have been a great thing to do, like on a road trip, just like.
I remember one time I did on the bus.
Did you?
Yeah.
Was I there?
I don't know.
First year, second year?
It was when Troy was coaching, so you must have been.
Yeah, it must have been.
But it's only one time we did it.
Did you get bad feedback? Why'd you only do it once?
I don't know. I don't really remember. But I do remember that I did it once. I don't remember why I didn't do it again. But we definitely did it once. We were probably losing, and like it's like that rule, like you can't watch movies after you lose.
We didn't have that rule, did we? It was probably that, like the bad.
My first year we had that rule, but we won like 4 games all year, so it lasted like a couple months. And then I remember the time, it wasn't even Knox. It would have, I think Bobby McCausey came on the bus.
Yeah.
She goes, yeah, boys, we're just going to watch a movie. Yeah, thank God. Like, we've been on the bus every single weekend, like, never get to watch a movie on the drive home.
Bobby said that?
I think it was Bobby, yeah. Like, we're on the bus for 5 hours every single weekend. Like, we're not allowed to watch movies. We won like 4 games all year. Like, yeah, he was just like, yeah, boys, we're gonna watch movies now. Like, thank God, man.
We're just gonna give in. Hey, man, we're not that good.
This doesn't matter. We're just gonna watch this rule.
That's hilarious.
Yeah,
I miss Bobby, man. That guy has some stories.
Yeah, he's a cool guy, man.
Really cool. I think he's at SMU now, coaching.
Yeah, him and Noggs. He was there with Noggs, right? Like they were both kind of assistant coaching there.
I don't know.
Yeah,
I know Bobby.
No, Bobby's a good guy, man.
Oh, he's good people. I remember that guy. He taught me. He didn't teach me how to fight, but he definitely critiqued me the first time I ever fought. Obviously got my head beaten in, but he told me what to do the next time. So.
You weren't on the team when I fought, I don't think. Really? Maybe.
Well, I was only in the Lions 1 year, and then the Marauders 2 years.
No, it would have been my first year, so you wouldn't have been there.
I remember.
I didn't fight after that.
I remember your first year with the Lions. I was on the Max, so we used to play at the Forum, or we used to practice, and your guys were the same game as our practice day. So after our practices, we'd go watch you guys. It was it's interesting.
There?
What?
It's a couple good games.
Yeah, I guess so.
No, I think I threw 3 punches and then separated my shoulder. Never fought again.
Your first year?
Yeah, my only fight. 3 punches, separated shoulder.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
When you moved here from Cape Breton, was that your first time coming to Halifax, like living in the big city, like going to school, or did you live in Cape Breton your whole life?
Yeah, I was in the Cape. Like I was up here for like hockey tournaments.
But like I mean, like moving here, like you actually like lived here.
Yeah. We were only 18, right?
Okay.
Yeah.
So how was that then? Did you like living in the big city compared to Cape Breton? Or did you miss it?
The first year was strange because we lived in me and Papi moved up together.
See, that's always good. The fact that you got a buddy to go with. It
that
makes
helped.
it like
we lived in Nog's basement in Spryfield.
I feel like I know that.
Yeah,
maybe not.
But anyway, the only thing was like we were only 18, so like we couldn't go out and have a beer or anything like that. So it's hard to meet people like that. And we were out in Spryfield, so we weren't like down in the...
Yeah, that is...
And the hard part, and we always say, the hard part when we moved up, like me and Steve, even like our second year, was like when we came up from Cape Breton, I think our second year, like me, Papi, Perry, and Verker were the only out-of-town guys. Right? Like we were the only guys from out of town. So what happened was when we came here, like if you went to a smaller town, like say like you go to Amherst, Yarmouth, Pictou, these places, the boys just all hang out together all the time.
Yeah.
What happened to us when we came up, like say you had your buddies from here that you grew up with.
Yeah.
And like Wiggy and them guys in Sackville had their buddies they grew up with.
Yeah.
Tanner and them boys in Spry, they had their buddies they grew up with. Like Johnny and them boys in Dartmouth had their buddies they grew up with.
Yeah.
Roski and them had their North End. So it wasn't like we were just all together all the time. Where if you were in Yarmouth, Amherst, these little places, the team just hangs out churro. Like them boys just always hang out together.
Yeah.
Because they're all from somewhere else. And and they're all built like whatever, right? So it was weird for us because it wasn't like, don't get me wrong, like we got together, we were all buddies and all that.
Yeah.
But it wasn't the same like camaraderie as other like smaller communities would have been for us.
Yeah.
So we came up and we just kind of had to do our own thing.
So that must have been new for you coming from Cape Breton.
Yeah, it was crazy. Yeah.
A small town in Cape. What part of Cape Breton are you from?
Bay.
So that's a smaller community. So you knew everyone.
Yeah.
And then coming here, especially playing hockey, because everyone probably knew everyone.
Yeah. The hockey was different for sure. Not different, like the atmosphere was different, but just dressing room and like.
Really? Oh,
you guys just have so much around, like, I don't know. There's just so much more connections. Like there's so much more people involved, I guess, or I don't know. It's just on a bigger scale from down there, right? So like we just like down there, like we just grew up like going to the rink and playing hockey.
Yeah.
That's all, like, right? Like there wasn't much more to it. Like, we didn't have ice in the summer. Like, we weren't skating in the summer. We just show up and play. Like, and we just played road hockey all summer. Where then we came up here, it was like, oh, it was so different.
It's a big,
Yeah, you guys just had like so much more advanced.
Yeah.
Like to a degree, right?
Yeah.
It's getting better down there, but it's still not.
No.
Like there's maybe one ice surface all summer, but yeah, there's just so much more like opportunity up here for it, right? It's interesting.
Well, it's always good to come here and. Like the fact that when you come, you say you come from Cape Breton. Like the fact that you could like play here with us. We played against some talented guys, man.
Oh man, it was
and
cool,
the fact that how long you were here for 4 years playing junior hockey?
I think I did 3.
3?
Yeah,
Still, that says something about.
Yeah. Oh, it's cool.
Like I bet there's a lot of guys that come from where you're from that can't say that. You know what I mean? And think about all the connections that you've made here when you come to Halifax, just like yesterday.
Cool, yeah. Oh, 100%.
You know what I mean?
I think when I came up, I did one. I think I went home the first summer. And then the second year, we got our own apartment because we were like, we're not staying out in Spryfield again.
Yeah.
So me and Steve got our own apartment in Caribbean, actually. Remember Caribbean?
I remember this apartment. Was your floor slanted? Was it that apartment? Or the hallway was slanted?
Oh, no, that was Wellington. That was
Wellington. That place was
that was sweet, though.
slanted.
A couple good parties there.
More than a couple.
Yeah, that was a good spot.
I probably learned to drink there.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, definitely. I was
looking at old pictures. I don't know. Maybe homecoming or something.
Yeah, that's what it was.
We all like Fuji dropped off and we all had Corona shirts on.
Yeah.
There's a picture. Yeah. I just remember my hand was like on Johnny Mac's forehead like that.
I was going through your Facebook pictures because I needed a picture to post and I saw it. I should have. That's the one I should have put on the Instagram.
I saw some funny ones. And then I was going through them recently too for some reason. And then the one I saw that I died laughing at.
Which one?
Is, remember that girl in Miramichi? Everyone would know her. Who she had pictures with absolutely everybody.
Oh, when we walked into the rink,
she's from Miramichi, but every time and you go through her pictures and she's just like, when you show up, she'd have someone else's, the other team's jersey on and would get pictures with the other team.
I remember her.
But we're there, and me and Papi are in a picture with her.
You're tagged in it?
Yeah. And we're just like giving her bunny ears, and like you go through all her other pictures, and it's super serious. And it comes to mine and Steve's, and it's just like a ridiculous picture.
Man, that was a crazy place. The fact that you bring up Miramichi. Remember that time they threw a hot dog at Bobby, and there was mustard on it, and Bobby had the nice pea coat.
They had to lock the cage. Remember the cage they had in the dressing rooms? They had to lock it.
Oh, I forgot about that. In the tunnel, they lock it. Yeah,
lock the cage. There was a ton of people there.
I remember.
They were like, get in the dressing room, don't leave.
And remember when we were leaving, they were throwing beer bottles at the bus, or maybe it was before.
Yeah.
No, it was after.
Tim Hortons or something. Remember? We were at Tim Hortons.
Well, the team, it was after the game, and like some people were going to get bagels for the bus ride, and we're just kind of all lingering outside the bus, and people like in Jeeps came by and like threw beer bottles at us. And that was my first year junior. I was like, oh yeah, this is what it's about. Funny. People say Amherst was bad too, but I didn't find Amherst that bad.
Do I know who found Amherst bad?
Who?
Roski.
Fuck, remember that two-hand swing to the back of the calf? Do you remember that? Do you remember that two-hand?
Roski, they drove him in. Oh man, Mike, they drove him insane, man.
Roski.
Yeah, all game long. Roski. I remember looking one time. Mike was like, I don't know if there were whistles. It might have been during the play. And they were like, all game. He hated going there. And they kind of loved it too. And they were doing that to him. And like none of us, like I didn't find it bad either.
I loved it.
I just remember, it's funny that I remember that Roski like got tormented so badly there. I remember looking out on the ice. And Roski had his glove off giving the fans the finger.
I don't remember that.
I don't remember if it was like I don't know if the play was going on or if it was a whistle. But I just remember him being like,
I remember after the games, like Roski, it might have been Andrew or Mike. I don't remember who it was, but they were just, they shit talked to Amherst. They hated it. I fucking hate this. Get the fuck out of here. They hated it.
Yeah.
Do you remember Mike's 2-hand swing on the back check?
Oh my god!
I got kicked out that game because it was the game with the fight. I got kicked out, so I was in the stands, and I remember he was back checking, just baseball swing.
Yeah.
What was I gonna say about Amherst too? Fuck. Oh yeah, I was gonna say, just a junior in general. Any place we played where there was a crowd, I was pumped. Yeah, because the fact that we got nothing. Our junior career, I don't care where we are, as long as there's people watching.
Oh, I feel like now, like the team's not here.
Oh, they're not a team anymore. Oh, they're the Valley now, right?
Valley, yeah, because it's like, it's a hard draw in Halifax, man. Like,
well, with the Mooseheads across the
Dal and Smew, like, you know.
I don't even know if they get crowds. Smew might.
They do. Like if they're good, like they go in playoffs, like they're bumping in there, right? It's awesome to watch. But it's like if you have a junior A team here, it's like how are you going to draw anybody? Like why would you go watch that if you could go watch?
Man, we got lucky. Like the fact that we got to live in a big city and play junior hockey, we had to take a bite by no fans, but I couldn't be happier. The fact that we could go to the bars right after the best city in Atlantic,
I don't know if that
Canada.
was good or bad for us, but
what's that?
I said I don't know if that was good or bad for me, but I couldn't be happier that I ended up here for sure. Like, and I guess it was Noggs drafting me, so.
I didn't even know I got. How did you find out you got drafted? It's a funny story on my end. You got a funny story about that?
No, not that funny.
It's not. How did you find out then?
Noggs called me. Well, I went first, right?
Overall?
Yeah.
Gee, are you serious?
Doesn't matter what happened after that, man. You can't take that one away.
You went first overall in the junior A draft. I didn't know that. I didn't do my research.
Google it, man. Yeah.
I believe you. I'm not Googling it.
Yeah. It doesn't matter what
happened.
So
did you go to the draft?
It doesn't matter what happened after it.
What do you mean?
Like after I get drafted,
it just matter, first overall.
Stats during junior doesn't matter. I went first. You can't take that one away.
Get some T-shirts made up first overall.
Yeah.
You can live
I remember
with that.
He called me, and I think it was like I was older, right? Like playing midget. I didn't play. You did the same thing. You played high school and then
major midget.
Yeah, so
late bloomer.
Yeah, same. Yeah, so I went and played high school first year, and then second year I played high school because my buddies who were playing midget were coming back, and we like did provincial, all that.
Yeah.
And then, but the last year, so like Shaw and Cuzzy and O'Neill, who I was always really good buddies with, they're 2 years younger than me.
Okay.
But like me and Cuzzy are first cousins. Me and Shaw like grew up together, so we're always really tight. So them boys were coming into midget because they were in band when I was playing high school.
Yeah.
So then I was kind of like, it'd be cool. And you play 2 years high school. It's like, okay. Like,
by the way, high school, one of the best years of hockey in my life.
Oh, so fun, man. Yeah.
One of the best.
Oh, it was a blast. Yeah, it was cool. Oh, we used to get like, in Glace Bay, like we used to play Sunday night.
Yeah.
When we played like tournaments and playoffs, we used to get like 2,500 people.
I believe it.
It was insane, man.
I believe it.
It was so fun. So fun. I think we hosted Panther Classic, like our own tournament. We won that. And it was, I remember
Panther Classic.
The rink was insane. It was so fun.
Yeah.
But, so then I jumped into tradesman, I was last year, I was 17, right?
Yeah.
Because them boys were coming through, so I was like, oh, that'd be sweet.
Yeah.
So, I was like, we drive, like me, Sean O'Neill would drive to the rink because Cuzzy ended up going to Rosse to play.
Oh, yeah, we were talking about that.
So anyway, but it was super cool, so I got to play with them guys. Yeah. And, then I remember Noggs called me, I think it was my grad party. My grad party was that day. Yeah. And he called me. It's super weird. The strange part was, like, Noggs drafted me first overall because we played South Shore first round playoffs, and we swept them.
Okay.
And, like, I remember, like, me, Sean, calling me, our line was just lights out. Like, we just, like, it was insane what we were doing. So, anyway, Noggs called me. He's like, I want to take you first, whatever. I'm like, cool. Like, I'd never really talked to any other teams like that. Like, not even like QT, nothing like that.
Yeah.
And it was really strange because he was the only junior A team to call me. Like, I didn't talk to one other team.
That is
really
weird,
right? Like,
that is
weird. He called me like 2 or 3 times that week, and like the drafts come up, and I didn't really think much of it because I didn't really I just don't. It's not like I was sitting there like I don't like go out of my way to like chat with people like that kind of stuff. Like, it just doesn't bother me, never did. But like looking back, I was like, not one other team reached out to me at all. Like to see if I was interested or to see what my plans were. You know what I mean? Like, it was really strange.
It's this. When you like played your first year junior A, did you sign a piece of paper or anything like that?
fuck.
Okay, that's what I gotta say. Like whenever I have these
probably not.
when I have these hockey guys on, like the exact thing, they I signed my papers. I talked to a couple agents, talked to a couple managers, and I'm just thinking of my situation. Like I don't remember signing a fucking thing.
Definitely no. I don't think I did.
I didn't talk to any.
I definitely didn't sign an autograph.
The only person I ever talked to in junior was Troy. He's like, "Hey, you want to play here?" I said, yeah, sure.
Hey, definitely didn't sign any autographs my 3 year.
And then when I hear other guys talk, like, yeah, I had to look at my options.
No,
like,
I don't think. Yeah, I know. And I used to. The other thing was like, all these other guys I was playing like midget with were saying like all these teams were contacting them and stuff.
And don't you kind of feel left out? You're like,
and I was like, I remember like my parents, like my parents like never like step in on hockey, like whatever. Like they don't say like they don't get. They just let me play. Like never dictated what I did. Just
and you love that, don't you? The fact that they just
But they just like never stepped in. They just let me do whatever I wanted to do with it. But I remember like my dad was very quiet, like whatever, and he was going like, it's really strange. Like you hear like you go talk to these other dads and they're talking about all these teams that are calling. And like I went first, and like no other team called my house. So like all these other people are talking about it. I'm like, what? But it was funny. But then so now he's calling me back and he's like, do you want to come up to the draft? It was in Amherst. And I was like,
there's a junior A draft?
Yeah, that's what I said. And it was in Amherst.
People go to a junior.
That's what I said. I was like, I remember him calling me and I'm just kind of like, I don't know, man. Like,
it's like, is it on a Saturday? I don't think so. I can't make that.
Exactly, yeah. And it was grad party season, right? Yeah. Like, I was like, ooh, I don't know, man. But, and he kind of made a big deal because he was like, it was the first year the Lions came from Antigonish.
I didn't know that.
So yeah, that's what happens. Antigonish folded.
So you played for the first year of the Lions?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
So the Bulldogs, like that's what happened. The Bulldogs moved to Halifax, right?
Okay.
So now when he called me, he was kind of like, yeah, it's like a new organization, like whatever. And he's like, you're gonna be our first. We have the first pick. You're gonna be the first pick. Like we would love for you to be there. Like we're a new organization. Like we don't want to do a first pick in you. And I remember being on the phone. I was like, I had never met him. I didn't know what he looked like.
You don't know, yeah.
And I remember he was like the South Shore coach. So I'm like, I know there was 3 guys on the bench, but I didn't know which one he was. You know what I mean? Like, I was like,
you just knew he was one of them. Yeah.
And I had like a little image, kind of thing. And I remember being on the phone and I was like, look, man, like, I'll come, but if I don't go first, if I'm sitting there and someone else goes, like, I better go first. Like, I'm not coming up there. I remember like just being like, man, like, if I'm driving to Amherst for this, like, this better be like, there
better be some confetti or something.
I didn't know the junior A draft that actually goes on.
You got to buy me a suit, maybe.
Yeah. But yeah, I went up.
Oh, so you did go?
Well, yeah.
Okay, sorry.
Yeah.
So how was the draft in Amherst? Was there any like sandwich plates? Like, was there any food?
So like, I remember. Well, and then like my parents were kind of like, you should go. Like that's kind of cool.
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, I guess it is. So we like got in the car and drove up.
So the whole family went up?
Just me, mom, and dad. I think they wanted to go. Like whatever. I think like
it's kind of a big deal. We're laughing about it now.
I know.
You're excited.
Yeah. When you're 17.
Yeah. You're like, all right.
It's probably like at a grad party Friday night, and then got in the car and drove to Amherst. I remember walking in like, Amherst rink isn't that nice.
Is it so the one that we played at? That one? Yeah, obviously.
Like it's
only one.
But it's like a barn. So you like it's in the rink. So you walk in and they have like half of the rink cut off, and all the teams have a table like on the ice surface. And I was sitting up in the stands, and the only other people was, oh my god, I just remembered something. But the only other people were the Amherst team, because they use it as a summer party. So they all the team, because I remember Turner's from Glace Bay.
Yeah.
Travis Turner, he was like the captain when he was 20 up there.
Okay.
He was there. So I walked in, he was like, what are you doing here? And I kind of was like, they told me to come, and I kind of told him.
It's like, I'm going first.
The only reason I came, he's like, oh, cool, okay. I remember Alders would have been there.
Yeah.
I don't know who else, but so they were all there.
So no one's there but the team.
Them,
okay.
Me, and then oh my god, I can't think. Who was the junior A old guy?
Jimbo?
Chew? No.
Chew.
Oh, he thinks he's a junior A scout.
Oh, that guy that hangs around the Forum now?
He's not allowed in a couple of rinks.
Yeah, what is his name? He is a legend around here.
That's driving me nuts. We might have to call somebody and ask.
Do you ever hear the story about how he
got on the bus?
He snuck on the bottom of the bus?
So
What's his name?
He was in the stands.
Chewy?
He came over talking to me. I didn't that was obviously my first encounter. I didn't know anything about him.
Yeah.
He came over talking to me like he was a coach or a president or I didn't know who he was.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was me.
What did he say to you?
I don't even remember, man.
If you keep this up, you go to the show. That's what he used to say to people. He's like, you keep your marks up, keep your hockey up, you could go to the show. That's what he used to say to me.
But yeah, I remember it was like, me, mom, and dad, the Amherst team, and then him. What's his name?
That's always there.
Not Digger. What?
I don't know, man. I forget.
Can we phone a friend? Who would know that? Johnny Mack would know that.
Do you got his number?
No.
I'll give him. Who could I call? Who do you have on your phone?
You got Troy's number?
I don't have Troy's number.
I want to say Digger or something. It's something like that, isn't
Digger?
it?
No. I thought there was like his nickname was like Chew, like Chewy. I don't know. I'm thinking of Mitchell Schufeld.
We could have a full podcast episode about that guy.
You know, Tanner's family, I think, had him over for dinner once. I'm pretty sure that's true. I'm pretty sure Tanner's dad invited him over for dinner, and I'm pretty sure Tanner admitted to that. Not that there's anything wrong with that.
Number?
What's that?
Tanner would know.
I don't have Tanner. Tanner's at a wedding right now.
Oh, yeah.
It would be nice to get to know. Just call someone right now and just surprise them that they're on the podcast.
No, I don't know either.
I got no hockey guys on my.
I don't think I would either.
Thing right now. Just one sec.
It's too long to type out that message to try to explain him.
Well, you could just call him. I got no one. No. Anyways,
regardless, you know who I'm talking about.
We're gonna get his name.
The other guys, when the other guys listen to this, they're like, how don't they remember his name?
I know. You sure you got no one's number? I'd love to call someone.
I know.
Just find one.
Is Facebook calling a thing?
I just call through my phone, put the speaker up to the. No, you're good. Actually, just you know what? You should lower it a bit. Like, it's fine. You're distant. That's perfect right there. Yeah.
Okay. Oh man. Do I know what's funny? Just going through, and the first one I saw, I was like, oh,
dudes. I can call dudes.
Doodle. Yeah. Oh, he would know.
I'll call him right now.
He would know.
Give me one sec here. He'll know for sure.
Oh. This is driving me nuts.
We'll get it here.
I got Fuji would know. I'll call Fuji.
Okay, well this way, dudes will pick up, and then if he doesn't pick up, we'll call Fuji. Little dead air here, but it's fine. The anticipation, but the fact that the people listening, they already know.
Yeah, they know the answer. We just don't know the answer. As soon as someone says it, it's gonna drive us nuts.
You would call.
Damn it!
I got Fuji here. He might not answer.
Give him a call.
I hope he answers with like a ridiculous.
My intro to this guy was at the Lions camp first year. He used to like come to our training camp, and the stories about this guy would just come out in the dressing room. Fuji will know for sure.
Oh, right away.
He's probably not up. He's probably not up right now.
Probably sees my name coming up, and his anxiety goes through the roof. He's like, "Oh God, Wayne wants to go again tonight."
Hello, you reached Mike Touzier. I'm unable to take your call.
Whoa, what a professional answering machine.
Yeah, man.
No one's available.
No.
Maybe dudes will call back and maybe Fuji will call back. So we'll sit on it and we'll
find out by the end.
So the junior A draft, it's the Amherst team, you, your parents, and the guy from the Forum.
Yeah.
So did you go first overall? Obviously you went first overall. Did you get a jersey?
Oh my God. There's probably a picture online.
Lower it a little bit. Just like I'm sorry.
There's probably a picture online. It's good there.
Yeah, it's good there.
Yeah, there's probably a picture.
What do I type?
It's so funny. It's on my Facebook. It would be. You'd have to go down. Or no, you could probably type it in Google. I think there might be one. It's me and Knox. I didn't even like you see the draft pictures and the guys have like their arms around them. This literally looks like a practice jersey. Because we weren't called the Lions yet. They were just Halifax.
They give you a practice jersey?
No, because the team didn't have a name. At this
point.
We were just Halifax, but it was like a practice jersey, and it was white and black and red, and it just said Halifax down the side.
Those aren't even the colors of...
No, it ended up being blue, or it ended up being New York Islanders colors, and we were the Lions.
It just said Halifax.
I have it at home. It's like hilarious.
Someone just got like an iron and a couple letters and just HALI.
Picture what the Ramblers must have been saying, like all the boys sitting up in the stands. They must have just been chirping me so hard.
Do you know if this picture's on your Facebook right now?
It should be. I think if you typed it into Google, to be honest.
What would I type in? What year did you get drafted?
No, just type in like my name and I think it'll pop up.
Just Wayne Bedecki.
Maybe.
It's that famous.
Humble brag.
Yeah, humble brag.
Just don't look at my stats.
There's a picture of you playing the guitar.
Is there?
There's a picture of the Halifax Lions logo. Picture of some mussels. There's a picture of
That's not me.
a Canadian beer van.
Yeah, that makes more sense. The muscles, I don't know how that one got in there.
There's a picture of a guy playing the guitar.
Not me though.
No, there's nothing, man. I'm
Oh,
sorry.
man. Anyway,
Couple Marauders pictures.
it's a hilarious jersey.
Fuck.
Just imagine like it'd be like. Do you ever play like floor hockey?
yeah.
Like boys club.
Yeah.
You know, like your jersey's probably just like you got them pressed at like the local sports shop.
It has the shiny.
The shiny,
the
yeah,
shine.
like that's pretty much what it was.
So who took the picture of you getting drafted? Like who?
I
did
don't
anyone?
know.
Was the paper there, or was it just?
Yeah, maybe. Like the Junior A Gazette, the Amherst Gazette.
I had no idea there was a junior A draft.
No, me neither. But
Good for them though.
the picture's funny. Like I said, I didn't like have my arms around them. I was just kind of standing there like sick jersey.
Oh yeah, that's a big power move. You got to put the arms around the people.
I was probably like,
It was just Nogs.
wicked jersey.
Just put his arm. So, all right.
Oh, I love Knox because he brought me to Halifax. So
Yeah, I had a meeting with Nogs once. He
Yeah.
brought me. There was a Tim's down the street there, and it was the year I was going to go to the first year I was going to go to the Lions, but then he got a job at SMU, so the
Yeah,
meeting
yeah.
was pointless. He was just like, "Do you want to come play here?" I was like, "Yeah, sure."
Yeah.
Bought me a bagel.
I remember when me and Papi first moved out. My parents, like, we got dropped off. Like, my parents drove me up. Papi's parents drove him up. We went out to Nogs or whatever, and like my parents were like, all right, like have fun. Like Papi's mom was like kind of beside herself a little bit about it.
Yeah.
Like, cause like he's moving away, all this. We were like 18, whatever. And I remember like when they left, Nogs was like, yeah, like she's gonna be really upset when you decide to not come back and you're gonna stay up here every summer too. And he's like, just wait, boys. Like kind of said that, and we're like,
Yeah.
we were first getting here, like, nah, like I don't think.
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah.
So Papi ended up staying a couple summers. In Halifax?
No, he never stayed in summers because he had to go.
Okay.
But he loved it up here too, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. He spent a lot of years up here.
That's
Like, he
the guy
stayed
who-
and finished school and stuff. He loved Halifax.
Oh man, I'd love to talk to him. And the stories like about I love, like
man,
I said at
he's
the
so
beginning of the
fascinating, man.
the story at the beginning of the podcast about how he hated me and he told me the reason why he hated me.
Yeah, he hated you.
I was just I loved it. It was
He wear it on his sleeve. Like he wouldn't hide it.
No, I love it.
Oh yeah.
He's just like
God knows the word, like what he would have been calling you would have been
Well, he said that it was
Yeah.
the day I got cut
like
from
the
Moose.
words that he would have used would have been outrageous.
Oh, well, yeah, we're not gonna go into it.
Yeah.
But he loves me now, so it's all
Oh,
good.
for sure, yeah. Oh, if he doesn't like someone though, he'll tell them, man.
Does he? Does he hold grudges?
No, he just.
He'll just tell him.
Yeah.
He doesn't keep it in.
Yeah.
We won't talk about Papi right now. I wanted to talk about your music, your career. But we haven't even touched it.
I know.
I got all these questions. I was
Yeah,
working
let's
this.
keep going.
You want me to keep going with it? I was so
Yeah.
proud of these questions. I was thinking here. I was
Yeah,
typing.
cool.
I was like, whoa, what could I ask him? Are you self-taught? Did you teach yourself? Did you have a teacher?
Well, I
Or is
went
it-
to like my cousin for a couple of years.
Yeah.
It's frustrating too. Like, actually, this is like I went to him for a couple of years to learn the basics, and then I get mad at myself still to this day because I learned the basics and then I started to like sing a little bit, like while I was in grade 8.
Yeah.
And then so I knew a couple chords. I started being able to sing a couple songs, so I just stopped going to lessons. So I didn't really learn.
So you learned the basics, and then you just said, "I got it from here."
Yeah, and then I kind of took it, but and like now, like I don't learn, like when I learn cover songs and stuff, like I don't learn them exactly to the song.
Yeah.
So like I'll know a song and I'll like look at it for a second and then I'll just kind of do my own way,
I see what you're saying.
which looking back I wish I didn't, because I think I would have probably picked up better skills, like better habits doing it, like if I learned exactly how they do it,
Okay.
you know, because they're like they're the pros, right?
Yeah.
But I just take it and do it like kind of so it's, I don't think it's lazy, but just my style.
It's
whatever.
your way. It's the
It works
Bedecki.
now,
It's the
but-
Bedecki way.
Yeah, for sure, and it works now. But looking back, like I wish I just still stuck with him and really learned. Like I don't know much theory. Like
Just
it's
theory?
frustrating to me. Like yeah, like I don't know much about the guitar. I can just play. You know, like. So-
I didn't know there was things to know about a guitar. I thought it was just a
there's a
guitar.
lot of like theory and stuff like that, and not even just theory, but I don't know.
Just like what? Like who invented it? Like is that what do you mean?
Just like I don't know, the way there would be like math equations. Like there's certain keys, like
Oh, sorry. Okay,
Yeah,
you're speaking a different language.
yeah,
right
because
now.
but I don't understand,
Okay.
and it's hard for me to sit down and try. And I've tried to go back,
Yeah.
and now it's really hard to go back because I'll be like get frustrated, and I'll be like, I'm just gonna go play this. You know, like I try to go back and try to get, and so actually like last year I went back to a guy for lessons just because like I'm stuck like. So I went back to a guy for lessons just to like get over a hump.
Yeah.
And then he kind of gave me some stuff, and I worked, and I got there, but still not like far enough. And then I was playing, started doing gigs and stuff, and then I went to another guy for another couple months.
Yeah.
Just like I hit you hit a wall, right?
Yeah.
I'm like, I just need to like, there's just something, and then you learn so much, and then you have a breakthrough, and it's like almost like,
isn't that a good feeling? Yeah.
Like then it all like it's really frustrating. Then you have like the moment where it all makes sense.
Yeah.
So and then you take that and you do your own thing with it.
Yeah.
So I still hit them like, so the last 2 years, like I've been playing guitar since grade 8, and the last 2 years.
Yeah.
Last year when I went back to the first guy, I wasn't gigging yet, and then I started gigging, and then I was like, man, like I need to up it a little. So I went back to another guy, a different guy too, just to get a different feel for it. Like instead of going back to the same guy and trying the same way.
Yeah.
So yeah, So like self-taught to an extent, but my cousin showed me the basics, and then I kind of like, when I do cover songs, I do it my own way instead of learning it exactly. Like when I play, let's say I play Bruce Springsteen song, it's not going to sound anything like the way Bruce Springsteen plays it. Even the guitar part, I take it and I do my own.
I noticed that last night.
Yeah, which is, I think it's good because it gives me my own style, but I would have been a better guitar player right now if I learned it exactly how he does it. And I did that with every song, like, but anyway,
I know what you mean.
Regardless, yeah. So I get mad at myself, like, for looking back. I'm like, I wish I just would have did that right off the bat, and it would have been easier. Like, if I just stayed with my cousin, I don't
know. I feel like there's two sides to that. It's like if you stuck with it, but you would have went down a path that someone's already gone down.
For sure,
the fact that you're just doing it yourself, you're going down maybe a different path that obviously no one has been on. So there's two sides of that.
Yeah.
I don't really know how to put it.
No, yeah, for sure. But like I said, I guess at the end, like I wish I was like a little, like I'm always trying to get a little better at guitar now, like especially now. It's like just tighten it up a little bit. Yeah.
The first time you ever performed on stage in front of people.
Yeah.
Was that a big deal? Were you nervous? Like, or were you fine? Because I was looking at you last night. I was like, I couldn't do that right now.
Yeah. No, I'm super comfortable right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, because like I think even when I started, but right now, like, I know that my voice is better than it ever was, and my guitar is better than it ever was.
Nice.
So you know what I mean? Like I'm just
confident.
Yeah, I'm confident, and I've been doing like a lot, and like every time there's like a little bit of a bigger show. I missed the arm wrestling. So it's like when I get up there, I just know like it's a little. So like 2 weeks ago, I would have done a bigger show than I ever did, or whatever. Like, and I tighten it up. So then going up to this show is a little bit different. Because I was like, I wanted to fire up. Because usually it's me. I usually play some chilled tunes. I was like, they put me in Sniggly Wiggly. So I was like, we got to fire it up a little. So I asked my buddy Evan to play fiddle. Me and him never played together. And he was in Halifax.
Oh, that was the guy on your Snap last night, or your Instagram story.
So he played the whole last set with me.
Okay, so I missed that.
Yeah, he would have been gone. Yeah. So he played the whole last set, and he's a great fiddler. And anyway, I just messaged him. But he was in Halifax. I messaged him 2 weeks ago when I booked the gig. And I was like, man, like, are you still playing the fiddle at all? He's like, yeah, I'm playing quite a bit. I was like, I got a gig, like, I was like, I can't just go up there with my guitar all night. Like, it's going to get boring. Yeah. It's like, do you think you want to jump in for a set at the end? And he's like, let me check. And he's like, yeah, absolutely. So I videoed the songs, sent them to him. And then yesterday, after, like, I left Cape Breton yesterday morning, got here yesterday afternoon, me and him sat down for an hour, went through them all, and then went out and played them. So that I'm not, like, I never played with a fiddler before. So it's like just putting yourself out in the situation to like have to figure it out. Yeah. And now, and it's kind of been the way it's been happening, is like, so now the next time I know me and Evan are ready to go. Yeah. Like, I'm just better. Like, so now we're better. I'm better again. Like, because it's just different challenges.
When I was watching your CTV interview and you said something in there, you're like, you just kind of put yourself out there and good things happen. For sure. That's kind of how I feel with me doing this and those street 100%. Interviews and what you just said about the fiddle. Man. You just kind of put yourself out there. You don't really know what's going to happen, but good things are eventually going to come.
And I was thinking about, like, when you asked me to come on this, I was like, I can't wait to talk to Belly about this, because I feel like what I'm doing and what you're doing is very, very similar. Mm-hmm. And it's like my thing too is, like, I could have been doing this my whole life. Like,
I think about that too.
Right? Like, I could have, like, and I know, like, even through high school, like, I was playing all the time, and I knew I was good. Yeah. But I don't, like, I just play. And, but it was always something else. And then even when I was up here, like, the first years I was playing junior, it's like, I was playing hockey. So it just,
honestly, I hate myself for that. Just like, I didn't do this because, I'm the hockey player. No, Dudes is calling me right now.
Oh, yeah. Answer it. Okay. Perfect. Yeah. We'll get back to this though.
Hey, Dudes.
What's up?
You're on the podcast right now.
What's up,
I'm with Bedecki.
Right on, Decker.
What's up, buddy?
We have
going on?
we got a question for you. Who's the guy that hanged out at the Forum all the time that snuck underneath the bus? Who is that guy? What's
Masher.
Masher.
Oh my God! How did that just come to my head
do you
when he was on the
remember
phone?
What's that?
How do you guys not remember Masher? He's the biggest legend around.
I know. I can't believe that just came to me before.
Yeah, everywhere you went, man, you're like, oh, you just seen Masher at the Forum, and then you'd leave and go to Woodstock, and all of a sudden you'd be there. You're
Yeah.
like, fuck.
But how many rinks was he banned from?
I don't know. I don't think he ever really stayed out of the ring. Can't keep him out, man.
True.
He's got a bum shoe somewhere.
We were debating that. We're like, man, how do we not know this guy's name?
Yeah, now that I said it, though, it hit you, didn't it?
So
Bedecki
we were
said
so
it.
mad. I know when you were asking him, it came to me. We were sitting here and like, I'm so mad I can't think of that.
Yeah, I haven't seen him in a while, man. I don't know what he's doing.
Yeah. Anyways, we needed that cleared up. Thanks for calling back.
Thanks, buddy.
Hey, no problem, man. We're partners, right? So, all
Partners in crime. Anyways, I'll text you after.
right, man. Have a good one. See you,
All right.
Decker.
He said bye.
See you, buddy.
Masher.
So yeah, like I said, yeah, I know. I can't believe when you were asking him, I was like, it came to me.
Yeah, you said Masher as he said Masher. Funny how life works. Anyways, yeah, I thought about doing this like a long time
Yeah,
ago,
yeah.
but I was like, I'm the hockey player. Hockey players don't do this shit.
Weird. Same as the music, like it's like you can't do both. Like, well,
Yeah.
you can though. Like, but
But that's just the
looking back, it's like you could have.
Oh yeah, that's just it was the mind
matter.
frame of being a 18, 19, 20-year-old.
Yeah,
You're
exactly.
Like,
You're just so you have
no one else is doing this, so I can't do it. but I
Yeah, it's
fucking should
weird,
have
right?
done it.
And you psych yourself out,
Yeah,
right? You're like,
absolutely.
That's what happens. You just psych yourself out, and then. Yeah, I was interested. I was like thinking about that when you were like asking me. I was like, man, like I feel like Belly's doing the same thing.
Yeah.
And I love it. Like I said, when you were messaging me, I looked earlier in our messages.
Yeah.
And I messaged you like 2 years ago. And I was like, man, I love it when you were doing the local.
Oh.
It wasn't even a high button. I messaged you. I was like, I think I randomly messaged you. I was like, man, I've been watching all these episodes. Like this is awesome.
That's the best feeling,
You're
man.
killing local,
It's
yeah.
like when you're at the bar and like you just said before
Yeah,
the
we were talking about
podcast.
it earlier. Yeah,
because
yeah.
when you're doing it, you don't really know if it's good or not
No,
or
for
what's
sure,
going on.
man. Definitely.
But like when people come up to you and say, "Love what you're doing," it's like,
Yeah.
yes, it's working.
But like I said, you can tell like if they're genuinely saying that, or if they're just saying it like. And I explain to people, I don't even know if this is the right way to say it, but the way I've been saying is like, since I started doing this, I don't like the attention that it brings to me. Like I don't like people being like, oh, you see you're playing. Like I don't like that. Not that I don't like it, but I just like I get uncomfortable. I'm like, oh yeah, like
Yeah.
because I just don't really like. I'm like, yeah, it's like
Yeah.
I don't know, but I enjoy like the respect you get from it. I think if that makes sense, like.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
It's hard. Like I said, I don't think that's the way to explain it. It's hard to explain.
I know what you mean, but yeah, it is hard to explain.
But yeah, I think like same as you, was like it took me so long and secretly wanted to do it, and in my head knew I wanted to do it, but
Yeah.
wasn't. And I was always writing. Like I was always writing songs in my bedroom, like
Yeah.
all the time, man. Like just because it's just what I did, like
Yeah.
just to pass time and like kill time or whatever, right?
I always tell this story, or not story, just whenever we did road trips, I used to write movie scripts on the bus because we're on those trips for so long and got to pass time.
man.
I'd write movie
For sure.
scripts, just for the
Same,
fuck of
I
it.
can go in my bedroom, like just play songs, like make shit up or play
Yeah.
cover like for hours, man, hours.
Yes.
You just sit there. It's just therapy, really, though, right? Like,
Isn't it though?
Oh,
It
man,
just
it's
how good do you
unbelievable.
feel after?
yeah, it's unbelievable. And then like so, it took me way too long. And then I always wanted to, and I was always like working on stuff. And I was always just a big music guy, like bands, like especially local bands, like all East Coast bands are my favorites. Like still,
Have you ever seen the guy from Dartmouth? I'm terrible with
Plaskett.
names. What's that? No, not class. You say classified?
Plaskett.
Not Joel Plaskett. He went to the same junior high as me and high school. Never met him.
Or
though.
he's from Clayton Park. Yeah, he's
Yeah.
from Dartmouth. Yeah.
He plays at the. I shouldn't even be bringing these up. The fact that I don't even know his name and the place that he fucking
So do
sings
you have
at.
anyone you can call?
Call dudes back. No, he always plays out at the Seahorse out in Hubbard's.
Oh, Maze.
Yeah, Matt Mays.
Oh,
have you ever
man.
have you ever seen Matt Mays play?
And then, like
Oh, one of my
so.
crazy.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen him? I keep cutting you off. Go, you go.
No.
Have you ever seen him played at the Seahorse out in Hubbard's?
No, this is Shore.
The Shore Club. Sorry, Shore
I
Club.
went down to that show at the Shore Club 4 years in a row.
I did 2 years. I didn't do 4.
Man. Actually, I had in there's a band from Newfoundland, Hey Rosetta.
Oh yeah.
You ever heard of them?
I know. I've heard of them.
They did. They've been like they're probably not even just like bands not even just East Coast, like they're probably my favorite band.
Hey Rosetta.
Yeah, and they're from Newfoundland. They're just phenomenal, man. They're like an orchestra, but so the first time I saw them, they were here for Canada Games, and there's a free concert.
Yeah.
Down in the square.
Okay.
And I didn't even know who they were. We just popped down. It was like in February, freezing cold because it was Canada Games, Winter Games.
Yeah.
And they were on the stage, man. And I was like, jaw drop. And then ever since then, man, I like
You're hooked.
Just hooked, yeah. I can't even play any of their songs at my gigs because I just like respect them way too much, and I just don't do a good enough job. Yeah, but they did a couple of short club shows too. So like one year, like we'd go down for Maze, and then we'd go back down for Rosetta, and then we used to go down and then drive, like get a DD.
Yeah.
And then we learned like you had to book a cottage the year before for them weekends, man. As soon as they released.
We got lucky because Safaris, he has a cottage right there. So we go right there.
So
and we'd go back to, because he had shows 3 nights in a row.
Yeah.
So we'd get like 2 tickets, like
exactly,
back to back.
Yeah, Maze does like 3 or 4. I think last time we did 4.
Thursday, Friday, Saturday. I think Sunday too.
Easy, yeah. And then so
Best
last summer, before I moved out to Alberta, we went down. We got a cottage, and like it was all like boys like from the Cape went down. I think there might have been like 12 of us in the cottage.
Fuck.
And it was just like almost the end of the summer. I think it was like just. We went down early and just hanging out playing washer toss all day. Then went to the show, came back, like just had the guitars going in the cottage. There's like 4 or 5 of us playing guitars in the cottage. And then the next day we were talking. You know Jevon McClellan?
Yeah,
big,
yeah.
Tall, 6 foot, like big defenseman.
I know of him. I don't know him.
Yeah. So anyway, he's down there with us, and he looked. He goes, man. He goes, that was the best day of the summer. And he stopped and he goes. And I was at Osheaga.
That's awesome.
It was just like the best.
It's right,
show.
man. There's something about Hubbard's in the summer.
Oh man, it's
right down by the water in
like
the Shore Club.
Special, man.
The best venue, man. The Shore Club. The
at,
burgers at the back.
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus.
And then we were at the show Maze. If you YouTube his music video for "Ain't That the Truth," we were at the show where they recorded that music video. It's all down in Hubbard's, man. They were down partying on the beach, like doing the fireworks and stuff. But yeah, I'm a massive Maze fan.
Oh, me too.
Crazy, yeah.
Also, you're at this place. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna get an HDMI cord to hook up to the TV.
Yeah. That's at the Hubbard show. We were there. And it's just them.
Oh, 2013.
Yeah, we're getting old, eh?
Oh, tell me about it. We gotta start stretching your hips. You said
Hips.
Anyways,
Yeah,
I gotta mute it.
Yeah.
But I'm still watching it.
Big Maze fan.
From Dartmouth, right? Dartmouth boy.
Yeah.
Anyways, his music was great.
Yeah, Dartmouth.
I love. Well, that's a good question I should ask you. What's your favorite?
Cole Harbour, actually.
Is he?
Yeah, Cole Harbour.
What's your favorite venue to play at? Like, do you like coffee shops? Do you like bars? Do you like quiet settings? What's your favorite
last one is kind of like the first show I did like that.
Like just rowdy?
What is it?
Just like a rowdy show, like all
yeah, kind of. I've done pretty much, man. Like a stage like that, and like that was like big. It was a big one.
There was probably like 250, 300 people.
Yeah,
more,
maybe 2.
Yeah,
it was good though. It was busy, man. I was happy. I thought it went well. Like it went better than even I anticipated. Like I didn't know what to expect.
I remember seeing.
So today I was just like I was like riding the high today. I was like, man, that was so fun. It was the funny part was like everywhere else you play, you just kind of roll in, you sit around the table, drink beer with everyone.
Yeah.
And then like we roll in here because it's like a real music venue.
Yeah.
So I had a green room in the back to hang out in, like these sick couches, and like so like we roll in, like I had all the boys in the back, like we were just back there drinking and partying, and like then we'd like bust out the back through the curtain. Where like every other show I play, I'm literally sitting at a table with you, and then I walk up to the mic and start playing.
You're in the big leagues now. You got a green room.
Yeah, I wouldn't say that, but it was just super cool. Me and Evan, like the guy playing the fiddle, we were back there looking at each other like, this is hilarious. Because before one set, like a couple times, like we had a ton of people back there. And one time it was just me and him sitting there, like, wow, this is pretty cool. But we were looking around and we're like the boys saw like the Arkells play there, like on that stage. Like I saw Maze play there.
It's
like
a famous stage.
So we're just like in there, we're like,
legends.
Them boys were in their party. Like we're just sitting there, like, this is cool. And then after the show, there was like probably 15 of us back there.
Man, I wish I fucking stayed longer.
Yeah, it was so fun, man. It was super cool. So that was new. And like a show like that and like that fired up and that late. I usually play like around the Cape. I play like a lot of earlier, like kind of like 7 to 9, 7 to 10s.
Yeah.
Pretty like chill, not chill, but so do like kind of like I'm trying to think. It'd be like me playing at like the shoe shop or somewhere like that. It's not really like
Shoe
a
shop.
party,
Oh, yeah.
party, more like early,
Yeah.
just playing some acoustic tunes.
Yeah.
So I'd kind of do more of that, but then like after last night, I was like, that was so fun.
I was gonna say, man, the video you showed me.
So fun. And I woke up this morning and like a couple guys have been saying like, are you gonna like, what are you gonna do? Like, what's your plan? I'm like, I don't really have one. I'm just kind of rolling. And then after last night, it's like, we got to figure out a band thing because that was way too much fun. Because usually it's just me and my acoustic, like kind of just rolling.
Also, you might form something like a little band going.
Well, just after last night, like today, I was like, that was way too much fun to not try to figure it out. Because if you do a band, you can do both, right?
Yeah.
You can still do your.
You do your acoustic stuff on the side.
Yeah. But just after last night, that was so much fun that I was like, man, like I gotta look into something or whatever, right? But, yeah.
When are you going back to Cape Breton? Monday?
Monday.
Fuck, that sucks. Well, it doesn't suck, but it would just be nice to have you here longer. You're gonna be back this summer?
July probably, mid-July.
Yeah, it'll fly by.
Yeah, maybe July. I plan on that, but I was talking to them. They messaged me today. I just kind of messaged them to be like, thanks for having me last night. That was super fun.
All the owners of Sniggly
Yeah,
Wigglies?
Troy messaged me back and he's like, yeah, man, we're going to have you back. Like, let's figure something out. So I was like, sweet.
Perfect.
So yeah, we're going to try to figure a date out to go back to Sniggly's.
Cool.
It was sweet. It's fun.
We're running up on an hour here. I know you want to play some tunes.
Yeah. Well, I can just do one or something maybe.
Do one?
Yeah, we can do one.
Yeah?
Cool.
Let's do it. I don't know if... Yeah, you don't have to hold the mic up. The mic will pick...
It'll pick it up.
The mic will pick it up.
Yeah. I just don't want it.
How's the beer?
I was wondering if I was the first guy to drink a beer on the show.
No. You're not definitely
You were
not
like
the first.
You're like, I'm putting coffee on. Do you want one? And I was like, I think I'm just gonna bring a beer.
Oh, man, I was drinking coffee all day. I took 2 naps.
Yeah, that was more of a Caesar day.
What'd you do all day?
Just random stuff.
Hung out?
Yeah.
Right on.
Done.
All right, so everyone listening, Wayne Bedecki's going to get the guitar right now. Everyone watching, too. I forgot that we videotaped these puppies.
Oh, yeah.
What song?
I'll do an original one. Wrote it last week, 2 weeks ago.
Did you?
Yeah, it was one of my buddies.
Cool.
Yeah, it's cool. I played it last night. It was pretty cool last night. I did like... My second set was like a lot of my own stuff.
Oh, yeah?
And I was like kind of like nervous to do that because you can like if you have people's attention you can lose it quick.
Yeah.
And so actually I was like, yeah guys, this is like the part of the show when you like go to see your favorite band.
Yeah.
And then they start playing all their new songs that you don't know and you just want to hear all their hits. So I was like, just bear with me, I apologize, but these are all my songs so you guys don't know them. But
I like how you started out with the songs you did. It was a great warm up to it.
Yeah.
It was good.
Yeah. So then it was like anyway, it was cool. Like they went better than anticipated. Like I had to play them probably like 8 or so, and some of them like I usually would play slow, but I fired them up last night.
Yeah, I was gonna say, well, with the help you had.
I came in after the set and I was like, I didn't know they were dance songs, like the dance horse pack. I was like, I had no idea that they were like party dance songs. Well, I was like, cool.
Whoever got that
sweet.
footage was genius. Like that was incredible on the stage, people dancing in front.
Yeah, it was good.
Anyway,
Today I was talking to like Evan and the fiddle. I was like, yeah, man, we were just like back and forth. We were super like fired up even today. Like we're like, that was so fun. And he was like, yeah. It's like I was like, I'm surprised how good the originals went. He's like, that was probably the most popular set. So that's cool, right?
Definitely.
And actually, the Classified's drummer lives across from my brother, and I like just chatted with him a couple times, met him, and then this morning I saw him last night. I told him I was going down to Sniggly's. He's like, "Is there a drum kit there?"
He wanted to get on.
I like got intimidated. Like, no. But then today I was out waiting for my buddy to pick me up, and he was there. He's like, "How'd the show go?" And I was like, "It was a super fun, like just such a fun night all in all. I wrote like a reunion, and just we were fired up going at it." And I was like, "Man, like that was so fun." I was like, "I'm still riding a high." Like it was just probably it was the best show like I've done. Like it was so fun for sure. And he was just like he's been on tour with Classified. Like
he goes, awesome.
he goes, "Imagine doing that every day." I was like, wow.
Yeah.
Then he goes, and then you get 3/4 of the way through, and you're like,
fuck it,
just want to go home.
Yeah.
He goes,
tour life.
Bathroom all the time because you're eating out. And
tour life.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, I wrote this one 2 weeks ago, I think, with one of my buddies. I had a couple ideas and I couldn't get through them, and I told him. He's like, okay, let's work it. And I think it was Wednesday, and then it ended up being like 3 a.m.
That's usually how it goes.
Yeah.
I love watching like rock documentaries about how
that's
people make
crazy.
music.
Yeah, we sat there. We were just like, we do a little bit and then do something else. And then I sent it to my brother at like 4 a.m. Like,
Hammered.
yeah, like no, yeah, not in the right state of mind, probably, right? And then I messaged him. I had to work at 8,
Yeah.
so I messaged him and I was like, "Oh man, that might be like crazy terrible. Like, we were a mess by the end of that. Like, I have no idea what that's like." And then he woke up. He's like, "That's sick, man." I was like, "Okay, good." Anyway,
What a relief.
You're like, yeah.
What's the name of it? Have you named it?
I've been calling it City and Beyond, but
City and Beyond.
yeah,
You don't like it?
I don't know yet. So I don't know if we're actually done. Like, I don't know if it's finished yet either.
All right.
That's it. That's the best one. You don't have anything recorded yet. You can change it every time you play it. I went down to the riverside. I contemplate how to change my life, but I don't know what's right or wrong. I'm living too fast to see it go. Oh, I'm living too fast to see it go. I met a girl from Arkansas. She told me she's been writing songs. She's carrying some demons now. Oh man, there's one like her in every town. Well, there's so many like her in each and every town. I've been to the city and beyond, alleyways and back roads. I don't ever stay too long. And part of me inside really never wants to go, but I'll burn it all down and head back out on the road. Oh yeah, I'll burn it all down and head back out on the road. Braided hair and her eyes so bright, a cold black dress in a ballroom night. Her path to her heart was so long. No road I travel is ever small. Oh well, no road I travel is ever small. So right away I hopped on a motorbike. The wind in my hair is the freedom I like. I feel confined when I'm back around. Oh man, there's one like her in every town. I'll meet another one like her in another town. I've been to the city and beyond, alleyways and back roads. I don't ever stay too long. Part of me inside really never wants to go, and I'll burn it all down and head back out on the road. I've been to the city and beyond, alleyways and back roads. I don't ever stay too long. Part of me inside, well, it never wants to go, but I'll burn it all down and head back out on the road.
Dude, you got skill. You put like a mood in here. Like that was incredible. Like, well done. And I wouldn't bullshit to you. I wouldn't bullshit you either. I'd tell you if you needed to.
Right?
Like that was good. You wrote that 2 weeks ago.
Yeah. Yeah, me and my buddy sat down. It's actually my first time like co-writing with somebody, which is cool. He's a really good writer. He has like a ton of songs. Like he literally like he has a chest like that, man. It's like books of songs he wrote. So he's really experienced. So he's kind of like, he came to one of my gigs, John and the Canary, and he's like sitting there. He's like, man, this is awesome. And kind of like just took me, like he's like, I want to help you a little bit, like whatever. So yeah, and that was my first time. Like I had an idea because I probably had, like I have a lot of other pretty good ones, and that was my first time. I just had the idea, and like I had a couple lyrics and all that stuff. And then I told him, and he's like, yeah, come on over. We sat down, like we co-wrote, so we were just banging it back and forth. Like he gets stuck and I'd come with something, I get stuck, he come, and then at the end we're just like. But it's hard, like when you do it.
Pull the chair.
Oh yeah.
Or if you're good there,
I'll just leave.
Okay.
But it's weird, like when you do it, you're like, I don't know if we don't know if that's good.
Yeah.
But we just did it, so you need to like fire it out there. So what I do a lot of times is like, if I have people's attention at a show, I'm doing covers, I'll throw one of my own in.
Okay.
And see how how it goes, kind of thing. So it works, but
man,
yeah, that's cool.
That's a skill set, like writing songs and making it come together with a guitar. Like Jesus.
Yeah, it's fun, man.
It must be a lot of work. Like there must be so much. Like
it's not work though. It's like it's fun. Like the same as you doing this stuff. Like, it's not work. Like it doesn't feel like work.
Yeah.
Even like getting ready, like me and Evan getting ready for last night's show. We had to get together and jam yesterday afternoon. Yeah. So we had a beer and we sat down like me and you are right now. And I played my guitar and he played his fiddle. It was just as fun as the show last night. And that was the work. That was the preparation.
It's just like a project.
Yeah, it's just fun, man. And like, I don't know. It's cool. Like
deadly.
Yeah, it's fun. And it's like it's in your head all day anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's cool. Yeah, I like that one. It's fun.
Well, thanks for coming.
Yeah, man. Thanks for having me. I was pumped.
When you say you're back, July?
Yeah, it's looking like July probably.
You got to come back.
Yeah. I'm thinking July. So I was talking to Troy today, so we're gonna try to figure out another Sniggly show.
Perfect.
Yeah, maybe a little addition. It might be like, I don't know. We'll try to figure something out. Maybe like I'll open for someone else or something. He said so.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see what happens. But yeah, looking like kind of mid-July for a time frame.
All right.
Yeah, man. Thanks for having me.
All right. Fun. Yeah.
Cool.
You got to come back for sure. Thanks for coming. I know your time is precious here. You're only here for 2 days. So the fact that you squeezed me
Big Saturday night.
Big Saturday night.
Big Saturday
8 o'clock
night.
on a Saturday.
Yeah.
Everyone listening, appreciate the support. Like I told Bedecki here a second ago, I was at the bar last night, and the support is tremendous. So everyone that came up to me and was showing love, I appreciate that. So go to the social media pages, do all that good stuff that you need to do in order to make the High Button grow. The more it grows, the more content comes for you guys. So that's all I got to say. I appreciate it. I love you. Bedecki, once again, thanks again, buddy. High Button out. We'll see ya.